Hello everybody and welcome to George Brendler Field for this much anticipated game between the Chazy Lions and the Chazy Eagles and the E-Town Lions. This game has been circled on the calendars for many months, September 20th. And why not? Last year E-Town had a record of 10-2. Chazy was undefeated. E-Town's only 2 losses came at the hands of Chazy. They lost to them 1-0 here at George Brendler Field, and then Chazy beat them down in E-Town 5-1. Much anticipated game, a lot of fans over there across the way in the stands and standing up right now. The game is getting ready to start. We have Steve Reagan and Jamie Labarge as the referees. And we're waiting for the start of the game. They're getting the goalies to make sure they're all set to go. And the game is on. E-Town controls the ball. Center field, Baker over to Spiegel. Spiegel looking over to the left side. Passing over to the wing, over to Kyle LaFountain. Kyle LaFountain pushes it up to the corner. Nobody there. E-Town controls the ball. Josh Mowry, number 3, gets the ball, throws it to the goalie. Josh Mowry is a defensive standout for Elizabethtown as well as Ben Scaglione. Actually, they're the strikers, is what I'm being told. Good goal scorers for E-Town. We don't know these kids that well, obviously. We know Chazy better because we're from this town. Ball is cleared in. Perry Lattimore clears it up to the center. Taken by number 2, which is Logan Morris. Passes it to the corner and corner kick. E-Town gets the first corner kick. Staub, this has been a much anticipated game. What are your thoughts on tonight's game?
Oh, this is a classic battle between 2 great rivalries. This is going to be a very exciting game. Chazy hasn't had lots of chances to play and with this tight of competition, and we're looking forward to tonight's game. It's going to be very exciting. I think it's going to be maybe a 2-1, 2-0 game. It's not going to be a high-scoring game like they're used to.
Well, the call was overturned, and it's actually a goal kick. Stop, a side note, the last loss that Chazy had was on October 4th, 2004. They lost to Elizabethtown 1-0. Since that time, they've been on a 41-game winning streak. Obviously, they're 2-time defending state champions.
Joey, I was there at that game, and I'll tell you what, they came out pumped that game, had a nice goal, and ever since then, actually, that year when they did score that goal, Chazy never let another goal in after that, right through the state championship, and never lost another game. So it really was kind of nice. It was a wake-up call for them, and hopefully tonight that doesn't happen again, but you never know. It's going to be a great battle tonight.
Well, E-Town is a very good team. Both teams come to this game. They're both 4-0 at this time. And Chazy just can't walk out here and think they're going to win this game. They're going to have a strong competition with E-Town. The last game, or the toughest game Chazy's had this year was against PHS, I think in their own tournament, and it was a 3-2 game.
Yeah, Joey, that was probably one of the most pressured games this year. Chazy was ahead by 3-1, and there was a late penalty kick, but I got to give hats off to PHS. They were a strong team, and gave Chazy a lot of pressure, and it was good for them to play them that early in the season and have that kind of pressure on them.
Exactly. Well, right now, Chazy's applying the pressure to E-Town. They're in the 18-yard line. Nolan Ryan, all-star Nolan Ryan, scores! Nolan Ryan spins the ball into the corner, left-hand corner, gets by a great goaltender and Garrett Hume, and Chazy goes up 1-0. And they score at the 37-23 minute mark, 2 minutes and 37 seconds in. The high potent offense of Chazy strike stop.
Joey, this team has been averaging about 6 goals per game. So, and to start off like this has got to be so enlightening to them. They got to be so excited, and it's definitely going to demoralize this Lions team. They're going to have to pick it up a little bit. This Chazy team could run away with it, but it's a long ways from over.
Well, Staub, last year was really a magical season for Chazy. They went 24-0, didn't have a blemish on their record, 160 goals for, 3 against. They do have a high-powered offense, and this year they've already scored, well, that goal from Nolan Ryan, 53 goals, and have given up 4. So in a matter of 2 years, they have 213 goals for and 4 against.
Yes, I'll tell you, Nolan Ryan has just been one of the most exciting players to watch in a number of years. He's on pace to shatter the scoring record for the MBAC. So exciting, so talented a person. And he always comes out in big games like this. He always seems to find a way to put that ball in the net.
Well, E-Town has high hopes for this year because last year they only lost one player from their 10-2 team, and they feel they can compete with Chazy because Chazy lost 3 key players last year. We lost 2 All-Stars in Justin Seymour and Corey Lewis. Okay, so what Rob did this year, he took Ben Baker, who was playing left fullback, moved him up into the Corey Lewis position. He then took Perry Lattimore off the bench, put him in the defensive position, and Perry's been playing very well in that position. And then Corey Ellis came into his own this year and really has stepped it up in scoring goals, just like Justin Seymour did last year.
Yeah, they've really had some players step up this year. The players that have come in to replace these fellows have done a fantastic job, and they're gaining experience with every game. They seem to be getting better and better. And you watch the passing that Chazy does. The ground game is just an amazing game. A little wet field tonight, but usually on a dry field they do a fantastic job. Very well coached team. Both teams. I mean, you got to give E-Town credit too, with a 4-0 record, both undefeated at this point in the league. The coach has done a heck of a job all around.
Absolutely. Well, E-Town comes into this game with 30 goals for and 7 against. They're 4-0 in the league. Their only blemish this year, they're 5-1 overall. Their only blemish was to Beatmantown, a Division B school, in a preseason tournament.
Yeah, you got to give them credit. A lot of hustle out there. You can see it in their eyes. They want it bad too. I heard from a very good source down when we were playing Westport just a few days ago. They're very hungry to beat Chazy. They think this is the year that they can do it. They got to come out and prove themselves tonight, and there will be one more game that we'll play them down on their field. So in the event, for some reason, that Chazy loses tonight, we have one more chance to get back at them. So this is going to be a very exciting game tonight. A long way to go. Only 1-0 right now. I'm sure Chazy would like to get on the board a couple more times before half.
Well, you know, Staub, you're right. They will be going down to E-Town to play them again, but theoretically, in the playoffs, they could actually play them 3 times in one season, and that's tough to do for any team, to beat somebody 3 times in one season.
It's very difficult. I can remember, and I hate to bring history back, but our championship year, we went undefeated, and we played Peru the 3rd time, and we lost them 4-3 in the championship game, and you don't think that wasn't disheartening. 3 times to beat a team is very, very difficult.
Absolutely. Well, we're back to the action here with Corey Ellis down on the wing. Cleared out by E-Town, and Kenny Blair's there to take it. Moves it over. There's going to be a rush to the ball. And number 10 for E-Town got to the ball first, and that would have been Joe Huddig. Jacob Spiegel is truly the field general for Chazy out there. He does control the middle very well. Passes the ball back to Lattimore. Lattimore tries to feed his cousin Nolan Ryan out there. And Kyle Fountain has the ball on the wing, goes to the center to Jacob Spiegel. Spiegel hugs the ball to his feet, passes it over to Kenny Blair. Kenny Blair pushes it in and cleared up in the air by E-Town. Nice little clear there. Stetson Fields working on the ball. A nice pass from E-Town. 7 for them is Ben Scaglione. He is one of their goal scorers, as well as Josh Mowry. But the ball has been mostly in E-Town end so far in the first 7 minutes of the game.
Joey Chazy's doing a good job. They're controlling this game so far. A little wet field, like we said before, but they are definitely controlling the game at this point. They're just going to have Spiegel and the midfielders here, Mr. Baker, have a little bit more control and get up to about the 18-yard line where they can feed Corey Ellis and Mr. Ryan, because if they can just give them a halfway decent feed, they're going to send it home.
Well, you know, so far for this year, Nolan Ryan has 39 points with 18 goals and 3 assists, and Corey Ellis is going right toe-to-toe with him. Corey has 17 goals and 5 assists for 39 points. And Jacob Spiegel, as much as he controls the game, has 22 points with 3 goals and 16 assists, so he's very good at setting up Ellis and Ryan.
It's very important that you have great midfielders that can set up these line people. I mean, they are the quarterback of the team. They direct the whole team what direction they're going to be in. They control the game. Jacob and Baker have done a phenomenal job this year for Chazy. And they're seniors this year. I mean, they've come a long way. They've gained a lot of experience in the last 2 years, and this year it shows just tremendous output on their part.
We're back to the action, and Kenny Ware breaks up the ball. He's putting chase. Good hustle, but good play by number 10 for E-Town, which would be Joe Huddig. He gets to Mowry, and it's knocked away. We got a player down. Looks like Casey Trombley. And he's not getting up. Corey Ellis having a break. And Casey Trombley gets up very, very slow. Coach is telling Casey to stay down. And Steve Reagan blows the whistle. Timeout, referee timeout. Casey Trombley is down. We are not sure what happened to him, but we'll find out shortly. We're back to the action. Casey Trombley hurt. We don't know if he pulled a groin or not, but Galen Trombley steps into his spot on the right side, right fullback. Nice pass to Baker. Back to Kenny Boyer. Ball's headed back to the center. Oh, Kenny Boyer called for a trip. Stephen Plank going for the ball and was tripped up by Kenny Boyer. It's a direct kick for E-Town just inside the half-court line or half-field line. Derek Ratliff sends it into the 18-yard line. Trombley. Stetson Field clears it to the center of the field. Corey Ellis going down the left side. Nolan Ryan takes the center. All-star Nolan Ryan. Ellis trying to get it to him. And yes, pulled down. Pulled down by number 13 for E-Town would be Justin Quain, and he's a very good defensive player for E-Town. Casey Trombley getting ready to come back in. Just a minor injury. This would be a direct kick. Chazy lines up. You got Ryan Spiegel. Ellis going toward the line. E-Town trying to draw him off sides. We'll get the whistle. Spiegel. Beautiful hard shot came off the hands of Hume, goes out the sideline or the end line, and we got a corner kick stop.
Here comes Casey back in the game. We really need Casey tonight. Casey's just a wall back there. I call him Casey the Wall Trombley, and he's been out actually for a few games because of a pulled muscle, but this is his first game back, and we've really missed him.
Well, you know, he's quite the trooper. I mean, he shook that injury off. Like you say, he came back from 3 weeks of injury, hurt himself again, but shook it off in the big game. The big players step up, Staub.
Yes, they do. And I'll tell you, he just got a little bit hurt there, but he's back in, and thank God, because we are going to need him today.
There's the aggressive play, and he's shoving his weight around, letting him know that he's out there. If you want to bang, you don't want to bang with Casey Trombley because he is all there. Ball cleared to the wing, and Kenny Boyer knocks it off to disrupt the play. E-Town throwing it in. Joe Huddig with the throw in. He sends it down the wing to Ben Scaglione. Ben Scaglione is a scorer for E-Town, and he boots it out. It will be a goal kick. Stop. This year so far, Chazy has beaten a solid Canton team, a strong team out west, B School. They beat them 5-0. Of course, we talked about the PHS game that they won 3-2. Willsboro, who's always been a rivalry with them, they kind of handled pretty easily down in Willsboro, 6-0. Crown Point was 13-1. Scroon Lake 9-0. A non-league game with Johnsburg 12-0. And then Westport played fairly well, and we beat them 4-1. Rushed by Chazy. Nolan Ryan, the All-Star. No foul called. They're giving us the corner kick. All kinds of screaming across the way there. You have the E-Town fans happy they stopped the All-Star Nolan Ryan, and the Chazy fans are happy they got a corner kick.
Yeah, Chazy's defense has just been a phenomenal defense this year. They've only given up 4 goals, 2 of them being on penalty kicks. So, I mean, usually, and it's not to glow, but to even score on Chazy's almost a victory in itself.
Well, in the last couple of years, that's for sure. We only get 3 goals last year. That would be true. We have been playing for 12 minutes and 50 seconds, and the shots on net are 3-0. Actually, we've outshot them 3-0, and we have 2 corner kicks to their 1. So right now we have controlled the game, but E-Town is a very dangerous team, Staub. Spiegel controlling the ball, gets it over to Ellis at the 18. E-Town sits back in, and the shot goes in, but Garrett Hume easily handles that shot by Corey Ellis. He comes out to the 18, clears it, and a very nice kick. It clears the half-court line. I keep thinking basketball style, but the half-field. And Spiegel tries to push it over to Ellis, and controlled by E-Town. Kenny Boyer controls it, sends it over, tries to hit Stetson Fields. And Spiegel sends it up there. Ellis trying to get the ball, but good defense by E-Town. E-Town controlling the play, some nice pass work. And Kenny Boyer watches it goes out, gets it to Spiegel. Spiegel trying to go down the wing to Ellis, but E-Town is there. Cleared back out, headed by Huddig or Scaloni. Scagloni has the ball, sends it in, and Jacob Beeman. You know, last year we lost All-Star and actually a state record from Sean Martin. And we lost him to graduation, and this year it's been Kyle Reynolds and Jacob Beeman sharing the duties in net. They've done an admirable job, Stab.
Yeah, they're both taking turns kind of in goal. Jacob recently has been getting the call. He's a hockey goalie, actually, and he's been doing a phenomenal job in goal. He's a big boy. He's got some speed. He's done a great job. But, you know, what's nice is having that backup goalie. We've really never had anybody in a number of years that, you know, we call our backup goalie. We'd had to throw somebody in there, but both these guys can split it 50-50, and the team feels confident with either one of them in there.
Well, you know, these guys have some pretty big shoes to fill. I mean, we had Jeff Kroiwanczyk, who had played actually a varsity goalie for 5 years, and then came in Sean Martin for 2 more years. And so for 7 years, we had 2 all-star goalies. So these are some big shoes for these young boys to fill in.
And they're doing a good job at it. They don't mind who takes goal. Like I say, the team's very comfortable with either one of them in goal, and that's a nice feeling.
Okay, coming into the game is Zach Allott for E-Town. And who just went off? It would have been number 10, which would have been Joe Huddig, taking a little breather right now. Ellis has the ball. E-Town controls it. And Kenny Boyer makes a move, but he backs off. And Plank trying to get the ball, but Lattimore pushes it over to Baker. Baker carrying it up the field. He's got some room. He's got some good speed. He pushes it over to Ryan, but it's cleared out by E-Town. Chazy will get the ball at the half-field mark, with Kyle Fountain throwing the ball in. Passes it back to Lattimore. Chazy will set up for their play. Chazy does a wonderful job keeping the ball on the ground with their pass work, Stab.
Yes, they do, and I'll tell you, right now, they definitely have control of this game. I'm not sure where E-Town is tonight, but they just quite haven't showed up yet. But I thought they were going to be a little more aggressive than this. Chazy seems to be taking control. They're calming down right now. The nerves are starting to settle, and we'll see what happens. Long way to go, but they're looking good right now.
Well, you know, that could be because of the play of Chazy, though, Stab. You know, when you control the ball with the pass work that they do, it's very hard for them to get control and get into their game, and Chazy's controlling the tempo right now. And look at Spiegel control that ball. Beautiful pass to Baker. Watch this. He's going to push it up. There you are. Another nice pass over to Ellis. Ellis tried to get it to Ryan, but it's the pass work that is keeping E-Town off their game right now.
Yes, it is, Joey. And Chazy's been known to keep that ball on the ground. Their passing is incredible. You know, over the years, the ground games become more and more evident. You get away from the boot and run, and that's what makes it work. You look at all the pros on TV, and it's all groundwork.
Oh, what a shot from about 25 yards out. Ben Scaglione just drilled a bullet of a shot that Beeman had no chance on. Hit the upper crossbar and fell behind the line. It is 1-1. You can hear the Elizabethtown faithful. The bench on the Elizabethtown side here is going nuts. Stop. We're tied 1-1. Chazy definitely controlled the first 16 minutes, but just like that, E-Town has some firepower.
Yes, they did, Joey, and I'll tell you, this is a long ways from over. This is going to be a very, very exciting game here. You're going to have to see how these teams step up and how they're going to react right now. I'm sure Chazy's going to switch gears one more time. E-Town came in. That's what the game is, a game of breaks, and one little break and things happen, and that was a beautiful shot. Just a rocket.
I don't think there's a goalie in this league that could have saved that shot. Ben Scaglione had just a brilliant shot. It was one of the most impressive shots I've seen this year to hit the bottom of the crossbar and go in. The game is tied. A very, very nice shot by Ben Scaglione. Well, you know, Staub, it's gut check time for Chazy. It's not too often they're in a tie game, 1-1, and we'll see what they're about.
Absolutely. Actually, against Westport the other night, it was the first time that Chazy had been tied throughout the year, and they came in, they dug in deep and scored a couple quick goals, and that's what they're going to need to do tonight. This is going to be a big lift for E-Town. It's definitely going to give them a little confidence, and it's a long ways from over.
Oh, that's for sure. You know, this has been a much anticipated game, and right now, Staub, it's kind of living up to the hype with a 1-1 score with 22 minutes left in the first half. Casey Trombley has the ball, being challenged. Ball goes to Nolan Ryan. Nobody on him. He's got some room. Ellis trying to stay on sides. He pushes it up too far, and it just rolls to Garrett Hume, who picks it up, and he's waiting for the players to clear out before he boots it out. And he's got a beautiful kick. Beautiful kick. But nice header by Casey Trombley over to Stetson Fields, and Stetson lets it go to Ellis. Ellis looking around, back to Fields. Fields has some nice fancy footwork, gets it back to Kenny Boyer. Kenny Boyer looking around. He tried to send it down the line for Stetson Fields, but he kicked it out of bounds. And it is E-Town ball. Huddig is back in, and Zach Ollett is out. Ollett came out to give Huddig some much-needed rest. And Spiegel sends it back to E-Town, and a couple boots back and forth. And Casey Trombley goes to nail the ball and runs into Plank. Came over the top of Stephen Plank. Beamer. Jacob Beeman goes in. Plank was going in hard, but Beeman gets the ball. Nice play by Jacob Beeman, Stop.
Boy, I'll tell you, that was very, very close, Joey. That Plank gentleman went in there like a rocket. It was a very nice play on his part. He could have easily scored on that, and that was quite a save by Beeman.
Well, you know, the pace of the game has picked up. The intensity has picked up, that's for sure, once E-Town scored that goal. And, you know, E-Town scores that goal, and they, like I said, to come into this game, they really feel they have a shot this year. And I guess looking at it, with 20 minutes to go in the first half, they do.
It's anybody's game at this point. E-Town seems to be stepping it up a little bit. We're going to have to see what happens as play goes along.
Well, so far at the 20-minute mark, Chazy has outshot E-Town 7-3. Kicks are 2 corner kicks for Chazy and 1 for Elizabethtown. And Elizabethtown actually had the first corner kick. Kenny Boyer heads it over to Spiegel. Spiegel keeps the ball on his feet as he does all the time. He's a good field general. He pushes it up to Kyle LaFountain, but the ball's too far ahead and cleared out by E-Town. Ball cleared back. Kenny Boyer plays a solid defense back there. Nice move by Casey Trombley. Pushes it up to Spiegel. Back to Baker. Chazy's very good at one time in the passes, Staub. It's dangerous going into Nolan Ryan into the 18-yard line. Controlled by Baker. You got Stetson Field wide. Oh, what a play by Nolan Ryan to set up Baker. Baker just misses wide left, and it will be a goal kick.
And that's what they got to do. Shoot them low and hard, Joey. Very difficult for a goalie to get those shots, especially on a wet day like today.
That is for sure. When you hit those low shots, Staub, the ball skips, and it's very difficult for a goalie to handle that. I mean, that's what basically happened on the first goal. I don't think the goalie was expecting it to skip like it did, and it skipped by him into that far left-hand corner. A shot by Nolan Ryan. Chazy controlling the play. All-star Jordan Spiegel clears it in to Ellis. Ellis going toe-to-toe, but he gains control. He's trying to find an open man, but good playing by E-Town. Scott Morris took the ball away from Ellis, and he pushes it over to number 16, which would have been Michael Gowdy. Jordan Spiegel pushing it up to Stetson Fields, who has it over. E-Town gains control. Nolan Ryan puts the pressure on and knocked out by E-Town. Field has it. Ball's into Ryan. Knocked away. Stetson Field sees an open field. But got away from him, but he gets it back. Sends it over to Kenny Boyer. Kenny Boyer tries to clear it up. And number 2 for E-Town, which would be, if I can find him here, Logan Morris, knocked it down. Push it up. Logan Morris.
Oh! Come on, don't win that there.
E-Town ball.
Go green!
Jacob Spiegel trying to head it out. Ball goes to the center. Perry Lattimore sends it up. But controlled by E-Town. Ben Scaglione, he's a hustler. Taken down by Casey Trombley. Tripped outside the box. Probably about the 22-yard line. And it will be a direct kick. Beeman yelling instructions for his wall. Scaglione is setting up for the direct kick, as well as Josh Mowry. And these are the 2 goal scorers for E-Town, and they're setting up for the direct kick right now, Stob.
This should be an exciting little flare of play right here. Always dangerous. E-Town's always dangerous when we're down in our end. Let's see what happens.
Oh, Kenny Boyer, what a play. The ball got through the wall, and Kenny Boyer gave it all. Got spread eagle, basically, to knock the ball out of bounds.
That was a nice play by E-Town. I'll tell you, they had that a set play, man going inside, pushing the ball in toward the center. Very lucky Kenny Boyer had that knowledge to kick it out.
Well, you know, Kenny has 2 state championships under his belt, and he's been instrumental in both those victories. So he's a seasoned player out there. And boy, a shot just missed from E-Town. They are going high on Beeman. You know, they aren't trying going low, they're going high. And boy, that's been dangerous so far in this game.
Yes, Joey, I'll tell you, they've had some good foots on the ball. These guys have got rockets. And Beeman's going to have to be on the top of his game tonight. I guess he's seeing the most action he's seen all year. And he's going to have to be very, very ready tonight.
Well, it's 7 shots to 4 so far in the first half here, with Chazy controlling the shots on net. But after E-Town scored that goal, their intensity picked up. And remember, you wondered where E-Town was? Well, after that goal, they picked their game up.
They sure did, Joey. You can see that they've been controlling the play a little bit in the last few minutes. Definitely the momentum switched.
There's no doubt about it. Right now, I'd have to give the edge to E-Town here in the last 10 minutes of this first half. And the ball goes to Jordan Spiegel, who pushes it up to Baker. Baker lets Jordan Spiegel grab the ball. Spiegel being pushed away, but he's controlling that ball. Spiegel being good defense by E-Town. Number 13 for E-Town stuck with him the whole way. And that was just some good playing by Justin Quain for E-Town, staying with Jordan Spiegel. Spiegel controlled the ball for a certain point, but then he had to get rid of it because of the defensive pressure.
I'll tell you, E-Town is definitely the fastest team I think we've seen so far. Between them and PHS, they've definitely got some speed, and that's taken away from Chazy's passing game. They're right on them all the time. So they definitely slow down, their regular game plan.
Well, you know, Stab, we're talking about the weather a little bit earlier, but looks like the crowd has finally made it out. There's a lot of people over across the way here.
It is, and it's exciting. It's nice to see them all in Chazy, and there must be, I would say, 250 people here today, and very nice to see. It's exciting Chazy action. Everybody's such a fan of soccer in this town, and to see all the fans come out from E-Town, support their team, it's wonderful.
Well, you know what's nice about D Soccer, Stab? It's because they're small communities. The fans really get involved with the games, and you see that at the state level when you go to the state championship games. When you look at the game, tons of fans at the D game, and then, oh wait, what do we got going here? It looks like a yellow card for Casey Trombley. A yellow card for 17, Casey Trombley.
Well, that's surprising because I really didn't see it that way. I think he was just being aggressive going to the ball. Hey, it's slippery out there, and they fall, but hey, if the refs are there, they're the ones that call the play.
Trombley has checked in for Casey Trombley. Evan Green is in. Corey Ellis is out, and Stetson Field is moving up into the striker position.
Come on, Sears, get him off the field. Let's go.
Okay, we're back to the action here. E-Town has a direct kick just outside the half field mark. Sent into the box. Kenny Boyer heads it back out. Ryan heads it up, and Ryan is nailed by Plank. Ryan goes down. Foul called on E-Town. Chazy has the kick. Back around their 18-yard line. Kenny Boyer sends it to the half field mark. E-Town controls the ball. Ball goes to Plank. Nolan Ryan trying to make the move, trying to get the ball here. Handball called on Nolan Ryan. Steve Reagan saw it as a handball. Nolan Ryan is questioning the call, but The guy in blue call stands, and E-Town does have the ball. And the ball was kicked out of bounds. Chazy will take control. Whistle blows. Casey Trombley back in. Galen Trombley back out.
It's so exciting to see so many fans along the fence and up in the stands. Definitely the biggest crowd Chazy's seen here and this season. Very nice to have them come out and join us for an exciting ball game.
Well, you know, Staub, when you sit up on top of those stands out there and you look over this way with the cornfields, it almost looks like the Field of Dreams.
Well, I have to agree with you. And build it and they will come, and build it they did.
It is a beautiful facility here in Chazy, and for the viewing audience, if you haven't been here to see a game, you really should. It's a beautiful atmosphere. It's done really well. The field's in just beautiful shape, much better shape than it was last year.
Yes, Joey, and the nice thing about this field, I mean, it is advantages of having an artificial field, but this is pure grass, definitely a natural playing field. The lights add so much to this field. It's so nice to be able to have lights at nighttime. Gives it a whole new atmosphere. Just a beautiful job by the Chazy Central Rural School and the Athletics Association and anybody that put all the effort to building this field.
Oh, a hard shot by E-Town, but hit his own player. They're going high again on Spiegel. And the ball called corner. It must have been off one of our players. One off the Chazy players. This is another corner kick for E-Town. The game is tied. We got 12 minutes, a little over 12 minutes left in the first half. You have a goal by Nolan Ryan and a goal by Ben Scaglione. Ball comes across. Oh my God, a header just off the post. Chazy dodged the bullet there. A beautiful cross by E-Town. A wonderful header that hit the goal post, and Chazy dodged the bullet. Stop.
Yes, they did. I'll tell you what, that was very, very close, Joey, to hit the post like that. A beautiful header. Who was the gentleman that had that ball?
Well, it looked like number 3, and I'm thinking, I got to see the roster here. It was Josh Mowry, and Josh Mowry's one of their big scorers. Well,
I'll tell you, they had an opportunity there, and boy, Chazy is very lucky they escaped that one.
Stetson Field was knocked down, but he was holding Josh Mowry prior to Mowry knocking him down, and the call goes against Chazy. E-Town has definitely controlled this last 15 minutes, Stop.
Yes, they have. They have stepped it up, and I'll tell you, Chazy's got to get back to their game plan and start passing. Get the ball on the ground, make the triangle passes, got to get it back together, get their confidence back.
It almost seems like Chazy's a little rattled at this point. I don't know if they expected this type of match with E-Town. They knew it'd be a good game, but I don't think they expected it to be this tough, Stop.
I don't think so either, and they're not used to having a team that can get the ball down on their end. I mean, usually the ball's at half field all year long, and to have a team that's had this many shots on us at halftime is, a little staggering. So they definitely got to get their confidence back, get their ground game going, and let's see what they can do.
But this is a great game for Chazy to be in a game like this, because quite frankly, they haven't had this type of competition all year long.
No, they've had it a little bit. Oh, a nice shot by Spiegel, just missing. It gives them a corner kick. It's nice to see them have this type of competition because, hey, when you get to if and when they get to the state level, let's say they do, they're going to meet teams like this all the time. This is great competition, and listen, E-Town just may make it to that Final Four this year too. Who knows?
Yeah, well, what I've seen so far, they're a good, solid team, and they're giving Chazy all they can handle right now. But it was a great save by Garrett Hume on a tough shot by Jacob Spiegel. A dangerous ball into the box, cleared out by E-Town. Kyle Fountain passes it back to Fields. Fields sends it back into the box, and Baker tried to load up, but he couldn't. Casey Trombley trying to get to the ball, and he's called for the foul.
Like I say, Joey, we call him Casey the Wall Trombley. I mean, he is such a big boy and such a physical player, and you don't want to get in his way. I mean, he doesn't mean to a lot of times. He just runs into people, and he's just so powerful.
Well, the clock has been stopped. There's an E-Town player down, and we'll tell you when we come back. And Derek Ratliff got hurt on that play. They're carrying him off the field. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, and he'll come back later. Hopefully it's just a Charlie horse or something like that. You hate to see anybody get hurt in a playing field stop.
Well, it's like I say, it's very wet out there. The players are slipping, falling. It's very easy to get hurt, but KC was going in there full guns. He's obviously trying to get it at the goal, and hey, he ran into somebody, and I don't know, they saw it as a push, but I'm not sure. I don't know if I really saw it that way, but the refs are out there, and they're closer than I am, so we'll let them make the calls.
All right, well, we're back to the action, and E-Town has control of the ball. Joe Huddig passes it over to, I get to know these players, Staub. But E-Town controls the ball, and Kenny Boer sends it up to Stetsonville, who takes control. And then good defense from E-Town knocks it away. Nolan Ryan putting a chase on the ball. He controls it, and he's looking to make the move. He takes the ball back, looking to pass to somebody, and he sends it over to Spiegel. Spiegel controls, looking the field over, and Spiegel lets a shot rip, and it goes wide. 8 shots to 6 the first half. 3 corner kicks each. Game tied 1-1, Stop. I think we got a pretty even game going.
Yes, we do, Joey. Both teams playing very, very well. Definitely E-Town's got a lot more speed than Chazy's used to. A whole different ball game for them, but it's going to make them better. That was a beautiful shot. Actually, I thought that was going to head to the upper right corner for Spiegel, but just flared away. But Chazy still, they got to get back to their ground game. They got to get back to their game. They're still a little bit rattled by this team. You can see they haven't met competition quite like this year. But, hey, listen, they'll crank it up a notch here and get it going. Give credit to E-Town, though. They're doing a great job.
Well, we're back to the action. Nolan Ryan trying to take control of the ball, and E-Town clears it back. Casey Trombley heads it over to Baker. Baker tries to push it over to Kyle LaFountain. Knocked away, controlled by E-Town. Sent in, Perry Lattimore heads it back to the wing, and Kyle LaFountain saves it. Baker trying to control it, and he passes it over to Spiegel. Spiegel being chased by Plank, controls the ball like he normally does. As we say, he is the field general. He controls the ball. A nice little pass over to Baker. Baker tried to get Nolan Ryan, actually pushed it to the corner, trying to hit Kyle Fountain. Ball is cleared out. Baker controls it. He's looking around somebody to pass to. Sends it back to Casey Trombley. Casey Trombley over to Kenny Boer. Kenny Boer sending it in. It's a dangerous play, but it harmlessly goes into Garrett Hume's arms. Controlled by E-Town. Garrett Hume has a very strong kick. Makes it to about the half field mark. Plank has the ball back, but controlled by Chazy. There's a passing that we haven't seen in a little bit, Staub.
Yes, I think they're getting it back now. They got to be doing this all night long, though. If they keep it on the ground, keep the passing going, sharp triangles, they're going to be fine. They just can't get away from that game. When they start to run and boot, it does not work.
Spiegel tried to get a ball in there. Chazy almost got it over to Ryan. And E-Town kind of sets up a wall and clears it out. Plank. Oh, jeez.
Come on.
Wow, Plank takes down Casey Trombley, but no call there.
Oh, no call now.
Kenny Boer controls the ball, trying to pass it over to Spiegel, but it's stolen by Plank. Plank sends it up. It's kind of like 3-1, and Spiegel clears it up. Ball out. It'll be E-Town ball. There's 6 minutes left to go here in the first half. And 16 coming back in for E-Town. Which would be Michael Gowdy. Gowdy coming in. And out for E-Town is Tyler Barton. E-Town has control. Ball sent to the corner. Jordan Spiegel getting control, checking the field out, sends it back. Plank has the ball. Handball called on Plank. It'll be Chazy ball. Kenny Boer looking to take the kick. You know, Staub, this first half has been kind of a game of spurts. Chazy controlled for a little while, then it was E-Town, then Chazy got it back. Now E-Town has the control at this point.
Yes, it's definitely a back and forth game. This is such a dangerous game. Joey, to me, I think that if I'm a betting man, I think that the next goal is going to win this game.
You think it's only going to be a 2-1 game?
That's my prediction. We'll see what happens.
Well, I don't know. 2 high-powered offenses, a wet field. I'd be surprised to see a 2-1 game, but I'll tell you what, the next goal will be a big goal.
Yes, it will. And here comes the rain again.
And here comes the rain. Boy, anything can happen when it starts raining. A lot of mistakes can happen, and it's really who gets the break at that point.
And I'll tell you, when it rains like this, it's the guys that get the most shots off on goal because it's very hard for the goalie to grasp the ball when it's this wet. So the more shots, the better.
You know, even for the defense, if something scoots by the defense, the way that ball goes and as the speed that E-Town has, as well as Chazy, they can capitalize on those mistakes.
Absolutely, Joey. This rain is going to make a big, big difference in this game. We're going to have to see how it pans out. 2 fast teams, though. The speed on this E-Town team is quite impressive, and they're very dangerous when they get down in the zone.
Well, this first half has definitely lived up to the hype that we heard about before the start of this game. Again, E-Town comes into this game in the league undefeated 4-0. Chazy comes in undefeated 4-0. They both have potent offenses, and we're seeing a little bit of everything tonight, Staub.
Yes, we are. I mean, both teams are so strong and so fast. I think both teams are thrown off just a little bit of their normal gameplay. Definitely can see it in Chazy's play, but like I say, they haven't seen this type of competition this year. So their game's definitely off a little bit tonight. They need to get that sharp passing game back. Keep the ball on the ground, especially when it's raining like this. You don't want the ball in the air a lot. You want to keep it on the ground and in control.
Well, one thing you know for sure with these 2 teams, they both have a lot of respect for each other. A lot of respect. Foul called on Chazy, and E-Town has the ball. They're inside the half-field mark and getting ready for a direct kick. Ball is cleared in, headed up by Baker. And was that Spiegel who cleared it out? E-Town, okay. You got Evan Green. Evan Green working to get to the ball, but controlled by Ben Scaglione, the goal scorer for E-Town so far. Kenny Boyer, the ball has been on the head of everybody the last 3 hits. The ball clears out. Kyle LaFountain half volleys it over to Spiegel, but controlled by E-Town. Foul called on Spiegel for kicking. E-Town has control. Corey Ellis waiting to check in, waiting for the opportunity to check back into the game. Ball cleared in. That's dangerous. Anytime you get into the box, it's dangerous. And that would be a corner kick. Corner kick E-Town. E-Town will go ahead 4-3 on corner kicks. Chazy has 9-8 on shots. Very evenly played game. E-Town with the corner kick right now. Chazy trying to draw them off sides. A dangerous play inside, but cleared out by Chazy. And the ball volleyed over the net, and it'll be a Chazy ball with 1 minute and 11 seconds left in the first half. Evan Green out, Corey Ellis in, and Stetson Fields moves back to the halfback position.
I'll tell you, you got to give the coaches at E-Town credit. They've got these boys pumped up tonight. They're doing a fantastic job. Their program is really coming together. These guys are putting on a real competition here tonight and doing a fantastic job against a very high-powered team.
Well, you know, E-Town's not backing down. I mean, let's look at the facts here. Chazy is the defending 2-time state champions, and they've come here and they played toe-to-toe so far in the first half with them.
Yes, they have, Joey. I'll tell you, they are a very, very good team, and they're a very dangerous team. When they do these penalties right here, Chazy's got to watch us. These guys can get the ball in the net, and they can make things happen.
It is a goal kick. Ball was cleared in. Evan Green is heading back in. He's waiting for the opportunity. And he's in for Stetson Fields. 10 seconds left here in the first half. And it looks like the first half is going to end 1-1, Staub. Look at these statistics. 9 shots on goal each. 4 corner kicks to 3 favor E-Town, and the game is tied 1-1.
I'll tell you, E-Town's got to be very, very happy. Their coach has got to be elated. I mean, to be tied with Chazy at the half, fantastic job. Hats go off to them. Chazy's going to, I'm sure Rob's going to talk to his team, get them back on their ground game, tell them to step it up a notch, and we're going to have to put some home in a hurry, or this team could be upset-minded.
Well, we're definitely looking forward to the second half. We have a 10-minute break, and we'll come back for the second half. And it has been a very exciting game, and we'll see everybody after the break.
Playmaker.
Okay, we're here starting the second half. Staub, the first half, the first part of the game was controlled by Chazy, but E-Town definitely probably controlled the last 15, 20, 25 minutes of that game.
Yes, they did, Joey. Chazy has definitely got a talking to at halftime, and I think Rob has got him a little bit more focused, and hopefully this will be a better half. But they're going to have to step it up because E-Town has been playing great. They controlled the last few minutes of that game, the last 10 minutes or so. Definitely had the advantage. They are very, very hungry, a young team. And I'll tell you what, if they do as well as they have been this year, they're going to be a powerhouse for the next couple of years.
Well, you know, anytime Chazy comes on the field, every team is out to beat them. I mean, you're 2-time state champions. Any team to beat you, that kind of makes their year. For E-Town, I think they have loftier goals than that. But for any team coming out to play Chazy, Chazy has to be on top of their game, or teams like E-Town, who are skilled, are going to give them a heck of a game.
That's right, Joey. And I'll tell you, my bet is that the next goal is going to be the winning goal. This is a very, very tight contest. It's not going to be any blowout by any means, unless somebody gets very, very lucky with a couple strings of goals. But it looks like this one's going to be a 2-1, 3-1 contest.
Well, I'll tell you what, the fans have not been shortchanged tonight. There was a lot of hype coming into today's game, and as sure as heck has lived up to that hype right now, Staub.
Absolutely. It's been so exciting, and there's so many fans here tonight. I'd say the crowd's got to be up to close to 300 at this point. Along the fence, it's just 3 deep. What an exciting thing to see in Chazy. So many people around. It's just a great night for soccer.
Well, a call against E-Town right now. Chazy will have a direct kick, and E-Town heads down the field, and it looks like Casey Trombley clearing the ball into Stetson Fields. Nolan Ryan has the ball. He dekes. Nolan Ryan chipping it in over to Ellis. Ellis. Oh, Hume had the ball, lost it, and a close chance for Chazy. E-Town dodged the bullet there, Staub.
Yes, they did, Joey. It was a very good offensive threat. Goalie did a good job, though, by covering up. Very, very close.
E-Town coming down. Casey Trombley trying to clear it. It's going to be another corner kick for E-Town. Number 6 for E-Town is very, very fast, and that's Tanner Casaba, a fast young player, and Chazy just had to clear the ball. And it's corner kick E-Town, and they're trying to find a ball.
So dangerous. E-Town, when they get down into the zone here, down the 18-yard line, very, very dangerous team. Chazy defense is going to have to be on the top of their game tonight, make sure that they can clear the balls out. Got to give Ryan and Corey Ellis more opportunities with the ball if we got to get this into the net. We got to get these guys set up.
Well, this has been the busiest I've seen the Chazy defense this year, because they really haven't had this type of challenge yet this year.
That's right, Joey, and these guys are doing a phenomenal job for E-Town. Definitely keeping the powerful line of Chazy on top of their game, and doing a fantastic job on defense.
Well, Chazy isn't on their game, but that credit goes to E-Town because E-Town has taken them off their game. Right now, it's Kyle LaFountain had the ball, but knocked away by E-Town. LaFountain goes back and takes it back away. E-Town controls the ball, goes center field. Casey Trombley controlling the ball, going to center field, and he is tripped by number 2, Logan Morris. And that will be a direct kick. Chazy setting up, and it's chipped in. Ball headed out and cleared out by E-Town. It'll be a throw-in for Chazy. Kyle LaFountain taking the ball out. Chazy setting up. Kyle LaFountain getting ready for the throw-in.
So important to get shots off at this point in the ball game, Joey. It's so slippery out there. Very hard for goalies to control it. Whoever shoots the most is obviously has the better opportunity. But when it's wet like this, it's so hard to control.
Cassava just deep two Chazy defenders, and Jordan Spiegel just disrupts the play and gets over to Kenny Boyer, who sends it down to the corner. Ryan giving it everything he has, but the ball's wet over there, and Ryan shielded away from the ball, and E-Town, Chazy faithful looking for a foul, but no foul to be had there. The intensity has picked up here early in the second half, Staub, with the score tied 1-1.
Yes, it has, Joey. Chazy seems to have stepped it up a little bit. They've been controlling a little bit more in this half. Still back and forth. Such a dangerous game. E-Town has definitely got a high-powered offense also. Whenever they get it down there, we kind of hold our breath.
Well, Stetson Field sent it across, and Garrett Hume, a solid goaltender for E-Town, got his hands on it. The ball skips over Casey Tremblay. Jordan Spiegel, big play, because E-Town had the numbers if it got by him. And Jordan Spiegel controls the ball at the center field, looking at somebody to pass to, sends it over to Kenny Boyer. Kenny Boyer, nobody on him. Sends it over to, it was actually Jake Spiegel, sends it over to Kenny Boyer, over to Stetson Fields, and knocked away by E-Town. Kenny Boyer controls it. And Chazy controls it. Goes out to Jordan Spiegel. Jordan sends it over to Perry Lattimore. Perry Lattimore knocks it on the outside, sends it over to Kyle LaFountain. Kyle LaFountain trying to push it over to Spiegel. Jacob Spiegel, he does. Spiegel controls the ball, looking around, chips it in over to Baker and Ryan. Ryan tried to do something there, but it was knocked away. Casey Tremblay's loading up, and he drills the ball wide, and it will be a goal kick. Cassava is out, and number 8, Derek Ratliff, who got hurt in the first half, is back in the game, Staub, and he's a very dangerous player.
Yes, he is, Joey, and he's looking good. His leg looks pretty good. I'm sure he's quite sore, but he looks like he's back to normal again.
Push on green. Call goes Chazy way on that one, just inside the half-field line. And Jacob Spiegel looking to take the kick. Spiegel sends the ball in. Chazy's crashing the net. The ball knocked in. Oh my God! What a play by Nolan Ryan!
Nolan Ryan.
Did you see that play? The ball was up. Nolan Ryan jumps up, has it back over his head into the net. Chazy 2-1. Stop. How many spectacular goals have we seen from Nolan Ryan through the years?
No matter what game it is, if it's a high-pressure game, Nolan Ryan is the man for Chazy. 2 goals tonight. Does it in the Final Four. What a beautiful head back and right in back of him. Just an unbelievable shot. We're going to want to see that in replay, Sam.
Stop. Nolan Ryan was literally facing the half-field mark. He jumped up and headed the ball back over his shoulder into the net. That's a big-time player, Staub.
You aren't kidding. And I mean, that's just knowing where the goal is all the time. This guy's got a nose for the goal that's just amazing. Knows where he's got to put it at all times, and he just finds a way to put it in. What a big-time player.
Nolan Ryan just got his 20th goal of the season. I mean, Nolan Ryan through the years has many goals that could be on the highlight films, and that, my friends, is truly one of them. You have to get this game from Hometown Cable. You can replay it over and over again. It was one of the most spectacular goals that you're going to see this year.
Joey, that was incredible. That was a lot of fun to watch. That definitely is such an important goal, too, at this point in the game. Now Chazy's got to keep the pressure on him. I mean, this is going to be, like I say, a 2-1, 3-1 ball game, and there's not going to be any high scoring here. It's going to be right to the end.
Okay. E-Town has control of the ball, but Chazy has been booting the ball to clear it. Nolan Ryan trying to get it up too. Over to Corey Ellis. Nolan Ryan is giving everything he has out there tonight. Big game, big time players show up. Ball is out onto the defense. Kenny Boyer clearing it up. Trying to hit Corey Ellis on the wing, but the ball goes out. Coach McCullough wants the boys to settle down and control the ball, control the tempo of the game. The last couple of times out, they've just booted the ball out. He wants them to control it. Perry Lattimore has the ball. He's looking around, pushes it sideline, tried to hit Kyle LaFountain, but intercepted by E-Town. E-Town sends it up to the right side. Perry Lattimore and Spiegel getting in on the ball. and Spiegel knocks it out. It's corner kick for Elizabethtown. E-Town has a 6-3 edge in corner kicks. Chazy has a 12-9 edge in shots, and Chazy leads the game 2-1. 2 goals by Nolan Ryan, one definitely being a highlight reel shot with the header into the net.
So it was a spectacular goal. Oh, there's a little push, but it wasn't called. Oh, here goes Ryan again. Let's see what he
Ryan again. Ryan pushes it. They're looking to clear it. Nice play by E-Town. Nice passing by E-Town. Not getting rattled out there. Controlling the ball. The ball goes to Spiegel. Spiegel sees an opening. He's going to go to the right side. No, he tries to get it over to Ryan. But good defense from E-Town.
Come on.
Nolan Ryan gets a hat trick! One-timer from Nolan Ryan. Ball was pushed over. Nolan Ryan one-times it. Make that 21 goals this year. Nolan Ryan has a hat trick. Big-time players thought I sound like a recording, but they step up, and that was another spectacular shot.
He is having probably the career day today. The toughest team in the league that we've seen yet, and come up with 3 goals. That's huge. What an exciting game for him. It's great for his family to see him here tonight. Kathy's right beside us. Timmy must be going crazy on the sidelines. The Chazy fans are going nuts. That was a very important goal for Chazy. That totally demoralizes this E-Town team. Definitely going to be a huge, they're going to have to come back huge in order to tie this game.
Well, I'm not sure what Coach McAuliffe said to him at halftime, but whatever he said is working. Chazy has picked up the play, has scored 2 goals in the first 10 minutes in the second half, a 3-1 lead. They're controlling the ball right now. Baker over to LaFountain. LaFountain on that left wing. Going down, pushes it back to Baker. Baker calls for it. It was a little too far, controlled by E-Town. Scaglione, who scored the first goal, tries pushing it up. And Kenny Boyer, who's rock solid on defense, sends it up to the center. Ball clear. They're playing for that break, and here it comes, but Beamer's there. Jacob Beeman calls the ball. The ball goes into him with a Russian E-Town defender. Jacob Beeman clears the center field mark with a nice punt, controlled by E-Town, but Jacob Spiegel takes the ball away as the good midfielder that he is. But he kind of fanned on that shot, and E-Town grabs control. Trying to send it in. Here it comes, Beamer. And Beamer coming out of the net. Beautiful, beautiful play. Jacob Beeman. Jacob Beeman is stepping up, and you really can't fault Jacob Beeman on that goal that was scored against him, Stubb.
Oh, no, absolutely not. That was just a rocket from about the 18. It was a fantastic goal. Hats off to E-Town on that one, but looks like Chazy's starting to take control of this game now, and they're looking better, feeling a little more confident. We'll see what happens the rest of the game.
Well, you know, Garrett Hume, you can't hold anything against him. He's a great goalie. Quite frankly, those 2 goals that Nolan Ryan scored, there isn't a goalie in this league that could have stopped those shots.
Absolutely not, Joey. I mean, he did whatever he could. Oh, what a rocket, but a little bit off.
All right, we got 28 minutes to go here, actually almost 29 minutes to go here in the first half. It's 3-1 Chazy. They've outshot Elizabethtown 14-11. E-Town has 6 shots to 3 in the corner kick department.
Joey, what a display tonight by Nolan Ryan. 3 goals in such a top-notch game. I mean, what a big-time player. I mean, I think they're going to probably have a parade for him tomorrow in Chazy.
Yeah, I don't know how they'll go that far, Stop. But you know, Nolan Ryan this summer played in the Empire State games, right?
Yes, he did, and did very well for him.
Now, here's what happened. Nolan Ryan scores a goal in the morning, drives 4 or 5 hours, comes home, plays in a men's league that night, and scores another goal. That's the type of player that Nolan Ryan is.
He loves to play the game. He's so fun to watch. You watch him at halftime when he's kind of dribbling with himself, just playing with the ball a little bit, and people sit there with their mouths open. He can actually dribble the ball for about 20 times and just hold it on his foot like Tiger Woods does with a golf ball. He's really amazing.
He is fun to watch. Okay, Spiegel controls the ball. Knocked away. Good play by E-Town. They send the ball up to Josh Mowry. And Scaglione is on LaFountain. LaFountain passes it back to Spiegel. This is Chazy's game, playing a little bit of keep away. Nice header by Ellis. Oh, he thought he'd get Stetson Fields, but E-Town was there. See the ball skipping on the wet grass. Kenny Boyer says, just get it out of here. Let's set up, boys. Let's set up our defense. Smart play by Kenny Boyer. Shot by E-Town and Beamer. Tricky ball, but he got down on it. But you know, Jacob Beeman's been a goalie all his life. He's a hockey goalie. He's played goalie up through the town ranks, into modified, into JV soccer. So he's not a newcomer to the position, Staub.
No, and he's pumped tonight. You can see he wants this game really bad. This is going to send a statement to the league on his abilities also. This is a very, very talented E-Town team, very quick. The speed is amazing on this team. They're so dangerous when they get down into the penalty area. You have to hold your breath every time.
Well, you know, E-Town came into this game figuring that they could compete with Chazy, which they have. There's no doubt about that. They figured with Chazy losing 3 players that they had a good chance to win this game. But Chazy has a very strong feeder program, and they had 3 quality players step up into the positions that we lost last year that we talked about in the first half.
Yeah, and the other thing with Chazy is they got so much experience. I mean, they are 2-time Class D NBAC champions, and they have the older fellas out here that have been to the championships, and in big games, they know the pressure that's up there, and they can handle it well. Hey, they're a time-sensitive team that always comes out somehow they pull it out.
When you go that deep into the playoffs and you go into the regional stop, you're playing 7-8 more games more than any other team in the region. And you play that many games, I think it's 7 out of the last 10 years Chazy has made it to the Final Four. That's a lot of extra games on their resume that other teams just don't get.
Exactly, and I mean, it gives them so much more potential to just get better and better every year to play these highly ranked teams. They do a fantastic job. It all goes out to all the coaches in Chazy who start with little kids at 5 years old, 6 years old, and I mean, the system here is just amazing. I was reading today, actually, the Youth Commission Soccer League for Chazy has 19 different teams. You figure, oh my God, who was that? Casey Trombley almost did a Nolan Ryan play, falling down, heading backwards, and headed the ball just wide. But Casey Trombley almost had a spectacular goal too there, Staub. Yes, getting back to what I was saying though, there's so many little kid teams starting at when the kids are 5 years old. I mean, there's 19 different coaches. I mean, like you say, what a feeder system. I mean, they start at such a young age here. They live and breathe soccer here. It's soccer heaven here. I think that we've definitely put Chazy on the map throughout the years, and this team so far is continuing to do so.
Well, you know, it doesn't hurt. Stop. You know, it doesn't hurt to have a coach of Rob McAuliffe's caliber. You know, Rob was an all-star player for Chazy, and he did very well at the college ranks, and I think he brought that, well, he has. He's brought that knowledge up to the high school level, and the boys have run with his program very well.
Get it.
The action is fast and furious right now. Corey Ellis is all over the place. The fans are getting into it. They don't know why the whistle's not being blown. But it is definitely some pretty good action right now, Staub.
It's getting a little bit more physical. We're getting closer near the end of the game. E-Town's got to put something on the board if they want to get back into the... Oh, what a try by Baker. Had a great opportunity. Just missed.
Jason Baker almost flipped it over Garrett Hume's hands, but it went a little too high over the net. Chazy has been definitely dominating the second half, Staub.
No question about it. I think if they can just get one more goal, and that'll be the nail in the coffin. It'll be pretty much all over. I think one more goal will definitely demoralize this team, and we'll see what happens, though. It's a long ways from over, Joey.
Well, that was a questionable call there on Spiegel, on a push call, especially with what we saw the last few minutes with the bodies banging around. But he's probably trying to take control of the game, and probably not a bad thing that he made that call. Ryan pushes it over to an on-Russian Evan Green. Green pushes it up to Ellis. Handball. There was a handball. Handball, yep. Kenny Boyer. No, it's going to be Jacob Spiegel.
Ratliff, behind you! Behind!
Ball is chipped in. Dangerous play. Ellis trying to get control. Ball cleared out. All-star Jordan Spiegel on defense. Passes it up to Baker. Baker back to Kenny Boyer. Pushes it over to Perry Lattimore. One times it over to Kyle LaFountain. There's that passing game we've been talking about, Staub. Baker in the box. Oh, yeah. They had to give him that. That is a penalty kick. Baker was breaking in and he was taken down. Who's going to take the shot?
I got to give it to Nolan Ryan right now. I mean, he's been the goal scorer tonight. I would be shocked if they didn't have him do it. This could be his 4th goal of the night. He took one the other night and just drilled it, sent it home. They are going to give it to Ryan.
Coach McAuliffe wasted no time yelling out Ryan's name. Garrett Hume has got to be wondering, oh my God, here he comes again. Nolan Ryan just picked the upper right-hand corner. Garrett Hume had no chance on that stop.
No, that's a nail in the coffin. There's no way that they're going to come back at this point. Chazy does an excellent job. They got tripped up in the penalty area. That's number 4 for Nolan Ryan tonight. He's just put on a clinic out there.
Well, you know, Staub, it was 9-9 in shots at the half. Right now it's 17-11. So Chazy has outshot him 8 shots to 2 in the second half, and they've struck 3 times. That's almost 50% of their shots are finding the back of the net.
Boy, this is quite a demonstration. They have just turned around. I don't know what Rob said at halftime, but it worked. These guys have turned around their game totally in the second half.
Well, you know, Staub, these guys are champions, and you know they got the heart of a champion. You know, it's 1-1. They got outplayed the first half. I mean, if this was a boxing match, you'd have gave the round the first half to E-Town. I mean, there was no doubt E-Town controlled that play after the first 15-20 minutes. And as champions, these guys have picked it up, and the score shows it. It's 4-1. They're controlling the second half, and these guys don't want to lose. Ryan, oh, what a pass across from Ryan. Green trying to load up. Ball hit by E-Town, blocked it. Spiegel kind of whiffs on the ball. He's got some room. Spiegel drills it off the goalpost. That goalpost has been a friend to Jacob Spiegel, and it's been a friend to Garrett Hume. That is the same goalpost that has been rattled twice tonight, Staub.
Absolutely. That was another chance for Chazy to put another shot on the board, but hey, it happens. It was a great shot by Spiegel. They had some room. He did what he had to do. The post just jumped right out in front of him, I think.
Staub, it was poetic justice. I mean, we got that break in the first half, and I guess E-Town deserved that break the second half. Casey Trombley, who was definitely an enforcer the first half, controls the ball, sends it up the wing. Corey Ellis is chasing the ball. Corey Ellis makes the move. Corey Ellis trying to get through. Corey Ellis drills on the side of the net. The Chazy faithfuls thought he scored, but it was on the side of the net. And it will be a goal kick for E-Town. Look at the fans out there, Staub. There is a ton of people over there.
It's unbelievable. It's just fantastic to see so many people out here watching such a great game. It's amazing the support Chazy has for their soccer program here. The fans just love it. E-Town fans love it. Great game. I'm sure they're going to be out here when we go back to E-Town the next time. It's going to be another thriller.
Staub, I guarantee you that date has already been circled on the calendars, and there's going to be just as many people in E-Town watching that game as there are here tonight.
Absolutely, Joey.
Well, E-Town has control of the ball at the moment. Kenny Boyer has the ball over to center, and yes, it would be Chazy ball. Spiegel sends it right up, wasted no time. They're kind of catching E-Town off guard there with their speed. Stetson Field. Perry Lattimore stops the ball, trying to contain him, and beautiful contained by Perry Lattimore. Knocks the ball away to disrupt E-Town. There's a little over 19 minutes left. Chazy's got a 4-1 lead. They are controlling the game. There is a handball there on Ben Scaglione. Chazy has a 19-11 edge in shots and has definitely controlled this game. They were outplayed the first half, but they have definitely controlled the second half here.
What do you think the headline's going to read tomorrow? Do you think Ryan's name will be in it at all, Joey?
Well, who knows what the headline is going to be. I'll tell you what, though, he should have top billing. Anytime you can score a hat trick on a big-time game in a big-time atmosphere like this, you would think he would get the billing tomorrow.
Absolutely, and he deserves it. But he had a good team behind him tonight. They played very, very hard. It's a long ways from over, like we say, but they all played with their hearts tonight. Both teams have come out here. We knew it was going to be an exciting game. What heart we're seeing here. It's a wet field. It's a dirty field. They're playing with everything they've got.
Well, this is a good benchmark for Chazy because they really want to know how they stacked up this year. And they've answered the call pretty well so far, I'd say, Staub.
Yes, they have, Joey. They've definitely taken control of the second half. Getting a little more physical right now. You can see some pushes and shoves going on. But, hey, that's what you anticipate at this point in the game.
Well, you're hoping that, cooler heads prevail and the chippiness stops and nobody gets hurt. It's just a soccer game. And they're going to meet again. And like we talked about earlier, Staub, they may meet 2 more times before this season's done with.
And there's a lot of teams that we're coming into play pretty soon. We haven't seen yet. Keene's a very strong ball club from what I understand. So they can't get too overconfident here and just think they're going to walk over everybody now. They can't relax. They got to be on top of the game throughout the rest of the season and try to protect that one game win.
That's right. They have the mark on them on every time they step on the field. We're looking at a 41-game winning streak. They're hoping. What a shot by Kyle Fountain. Nolan Ryan goes wide. It's always dangerous when Nolan's at the 18-yard line loading up. There's no doubt about that. And it will be a goal kick for E-Town. Hume is setting up. We're down to the 17-minute mark. Chazy has now doubled them in shot stop, and it was tied at the half.
Well, that's like I said, Joey. I mean, at that point in the ball game, and when it's wet like this, you got to take shots. You got to take shots. You got to create your opportunities because it's so hard to handle. And Chazy has come out and played a totally different ball game.
Well, I would think at halftime, Coach McAuliffe must have said to the boys, you're 2-time state champions. I would suggest you start playing like that because they weren't playing like that the first half. But the credit goes to E-Town because they took them out of their game.
Yes, they did, Joey. E-Town did a phenomenal job tonight. Again, here's another opportunity for Spiegel, but he's just a little bit ahead of him. E-Town definitely controlled the second half of the first half, and it made a big difference. Their speed was there. They were showing Chazy they weren't going to be ran over like they thought they were going to be, and or they didn't really think they would. Chazy knew they were going to have a tough team to play, and they came out strong and they came out hungry, and they always do. E-Town's always a very tough team.
Well, it's corner kick for Chazy, but Staub, you wonder if E-Town was just elated to be tied with them at the half, and probably overdid it the first half, and it caught up with them.
Who knows, Zoe? I mean, at this point, it's history, but Chazy's got a long time to go here. We still got 15 minutes left on the clock. Anything can happen. You watched the Jets the other night, or not the Jets, but the Giants the other night. They were down by about 17 points in the fourth quarter and came back and won that game. I mean, it's not over till it's over. I'd like to get this game down to about 5 or 6 minutes and make me feel a lot better, but we're doing well.
I like our chance to Stetson Fields. Okay, here comes Kyle Fountain. He's got a shot. Beautiful save by Hume. Nice shot by Kyle Fountain. Kept it on the ground on a wet ground. Hume made a big-time save.
Yes, he did. He did a great save right there. That's very hard to hold on to. Those low, wet balls are unbelievable to hold on to in this kind of weather, so he did a great job.
E-Town has control in the Chazy end. Oh, wow. Just outside the box, it looks like. Yep, outside the box. Chazy trying to set up the wall. Jacob Beeman yelling out instructions to his team. Players wide for E-Town looking to rush to the net. That would be a direct kick with a pushing call. That would be a direct kick with about 14 and a half minutes to go. Try to go through the wall. There goes that high shot again. And it will be a goal kick for Chazy. If you would have told me at the 14-minute mark in the second half that we would have doubled our shots with E-Town after being tied on the first half, 9 shots apiece, and now we're ahead 22-11, that just shows you the domination of Chazy in the second half.
They definitely turned the game around, and it's been very exciting. Nolan Ryan has just had a star-packed night tonight. Just a phenomenal job, and they're not done yet. I got a feeling there's going to be another goal out here.
No whistle blown on Nolan Ryan in the box. They gave him a corner kick, but you see the stop. It started with Jacob Spiegel heading it to Ryan. Ryan over to Fields. Fields pushes it out to the wing to Ryan. Ryan's going in the box. He was taken down, no call given. Not sure why on that, but it is corner kick for Chazy. But it all started with a beautiful pass work from the center of the field.
Well, that's where the midfield is so important. They control the game. They can make things happen in a hurry, and Chazy's got a wonderful midfield with Spiegel and Baker. Moving Baker up from defense last year, I think he's doing a phenomenal job. He's got good footwork. He's got speed. I think that was a great placement on Rob's part.
Oh, Baker's athletic. He's fast. He's smart. He does have the skill. It was a perfect position for him. And look at that. Look at that pass work from Chazy. Controlling the tempo of the game. The last rush down there on that corner kick, it was a dangerous play. Garrett Hume, a great goalie, went up with two Chazy offensive men going at him. Caught the ball, made a great play. Chazy's controlling it again. Ball goes out to the wing. It looks like it's going to go out, and it does. It will be E-Town ball.
I would bet that Rob's got to be breathing a little bit easier right now. We're getting down on the time. 12 minutes left in the ball game. We got a 3-goal lead. He's got to be breathing a little bit easier. And Chazy looks like they're going to score one more time before this game's over.
Well, they're definitely controlling the play. And Spiegel sends the ball wide. And it will be for... it'll be an E-Town goal kick and some subbing by both teams. Ellis is in for Chazy, and number 2 for E-Town just came into the game. And that would be Logan Morris.
Hey, you gotta slide back to
Baker trying to gain control. Ellis trying to get it back to LaFountain, but controlled by E-Town. They team up, and there is Spiegel. Chips it in for Ellis. Ellis trying to get to the ball. Ellis gets control of the ball. Ellis, good work by Ellis with 2 E-Town defenders, but it was right at the goalie.
What a shot. I'll tell you, I mean, what a stop by the goalie. He was point blank range, and I don't know how he stopped that. All he had to do was place it in the corner, but hey, he was lucky that Ellis shot it right at him.
Yeah, I mean, Ellis did all he could. He had 2 defenders hanging on him in the box, but it was pure hustle by Corey Ellis that got that shot off, but a great save by Garrett Hume. And call goes E-Town's favor. The rush is on. And the ball harmlessly goes out to the left side. It is out. E-Town is in the Chazy zone. And Kenny Boyer sends it out. Kenny Boyer is very solid back there, Staub.
Yes, he is. He's done a great job this year. He did a great job for the last 2 years for us, both in the Final Four. Here comes a threat by E-Town. No, but thwarted by Jordan Spiegel.
Jordan Spiegel is a pitcher of speed out there, Staub. I don't know how many times that if the defense gets beat, he's there to clear the ball. He was taken out there. He was looking for the foul. He didn't get it, but it is a throw-in for E-Town.
Well, Chazy, like I say, they've got a wonderful defense. So far this year, again, to this point, only 5 goals against them, and how many games we've got here? Let's see here.
This is Chazy's 8th game.
8th game.
And they have 56 goals, 4 and 5 against now.
So that's obviously less than 1 goal average per game. So it's they're very tough to get on the board with, and a great defense, well coached by Rob. Played together for a long time, so they know what they got to do.
1 man back, plank back, Ellis on him. Oh, good try by Nolan Ryan trying to knock the ball loose. Chazy controlling the ball, Lattimore calling it on the far side. He's got control, Lattimore bringing it up, looking around. Pushes it over to LaFountain. LaFountain controls. Back to Lattimore. Lattimore sends it up to Ryan. Sends it up to Ryan. Ellis is offsides. Ball goes wide. Ball is controlled by Evan Green.
Michael, come on! You play ball or what?
Green throwing it toward the goal. And it goes right to Garrett Hume. Players head down the field. We're at the 8-minute mark, 8.5 minutes, 4-1 Chazy. Shots on net, 24 Chazy, 13 E-Town. Corner kicks favor E-Town, 7-5. Chazy on the rush. Here they come again with Spiegel. Spiegel in the box. And Garrett Hume makes a save, and Jacob holds back. Well, I thought Jacob held back trying to kick the ball, but he's given a yellow card.
I think he said something to the goalie after the goalie got it.
Well, I thought they were just kind of, I thought the goalie said, thanks for holding back, but obviously not. I know Rob hates yellow cards, and he's not pleased with that call right now. Stetson Fields is back into the game, going in for Jacob Spiegel. Okay, it was language. It wasn't what he did with his feet. It was, he said something.
He must have been talking French again.
I heard he learned that from his father, but we won't go there.
We.
E-Town looking to clear the ball. We're at the 8-minute mark. They're starting the clock again. Kenny Boyer heads it over to Ryan. Ryan heads it over to Ellis. It's Ellis and Plank. Ellis has the ball. Garrett Hume easily comes out and gets the ball. Ball skidded to him. Stetson Fields heads the ball, but it's controlled by E-Town. Some nice pass work from E-Town right now. Uh-oh. Beamer, the ball was knocked away. Oh, what a play by Kyle LaFountain. Smart play from E-Town trying to chip the ball back to the net. The goalie was out of position, and Kyle LaFountain sacrificed his body on that one, Staub.
You got to do what you got to do when you get down in there in that direction and it's close to the goal and the goalie's out of position. You got to just stop that ball with your body, do whatever you have to do. And Kyle LaFountain came up big on that play.
Here's the rush from Chazy. The ball pushed up for Ryan. Oh, good thing that the goalie came out, because Ryan would have done something with that one. And Baker controlling the ball, doesn't panic, gets it over to Evan Green. Evan Green pushes it up over to Stetson Fields. Fields controls the ball, he gets it up over to Ellis. Ellis making the move. Ellis trying to get by the defender, but good play by Plank. And he sends it over. And it would be Chazy ball. Well, stop, a little over 6 minutes left. This game did live up to its billing as a classic game. Game went back and forth. Definitely in the first half, it was a game of momentum. Chazy controlled early. E-Town definitely controlled the second half of that half. And the second half has been all Chazy.
Yes, they've done a fantastic job. Like we said, whatever Rob said at halftime definitely worked. He got them pumped up. The boys stepped it up in the second half and made things happen. Nolan Ryan just put on a show tonight. The fans absolutely loved it. It's been a fantastic game, and it feels like it's a lot closer than what it is actually. It's still very nerve-wracking. E-Town team is a very strong team. They're going to do very well in the MVAC this year, and we got to meet them again. So it's going to be very interesting the next time we meet them. I'm sure they're going to be pumped. They'll probably be even a better team because they're going to have a lot more games under their belt, and we'll have to see what happens.
Well, there's a game like this, especially for a young team like E-Town, they can only become a better team because of playing a caliber of a team like Chazy tonight. But what a beautiful fall night for a soccer game, Staub.
It's turned out to be pretty nice. It's kind of sprinkled on and off. We've had a little bit of rain, but oh, what a header.
Oh, what a cross, and Stetson Fields almost found the upper left-hand corner, but it went wide. Just under 5 minutes to go left in the game here, Staub, in the second half, and Chazy has a very commanding 4-1 lead.
And I'm sure there's a lot of fans out there. I bet you there's a lot of people out there from other teams that are watching tonight's game, just for interest, wanting to see who's going to win the battle of the undefeateds. And tonight they got a show from Chazy, but a great team in the E-Town. You got to give them credit, doing some great passing, a quick team. They came out strong tonight. What can you say? They're going to be a very powerful team in the league.
Well, if you're any kind of soccer enthusiast, this would be a good game to watch tonight, whether you're from E-Town or Chazy. It's good soccer. E-Town was led in the first half by Ben Scaglione with a picture-perfect shot that Jacob Beeman had no chance on. I mean, it was a bullet that hit the crossbar and went into the net. And hats off to E-Town, Ben Scaglione, for that shot. It was a beautiful goal. Stop with the people on the fence. There's no way that you could fit them all up in the stands. The stands are almost all full.
Yes, it's been just a tremendous crowd tonight. It's got to be one of the biggest crowds I've seen on this new field at beautiful George Brendler Field here in Chazy. It's so exciting to see that many people out here. It's a lot of fun. You can hear the crowd just screaming away, trying to support their teams in any way they can. It's very nice and very exciting to see everybody here.
One other interesting stat. Now I know the game's not done, but assuming that Chazy hangs on and wins 4-1, Chazy, the boys soccer team, has not lost on the George Brendler Field since last year when the field opened up.
That's right, Joey. They didn't lose when it opened up either. Just to clarify that, they have not lost on this field yet. And this is going to make, 43 victories in a row, Joey?
We'll be actually at 42 straight today. And last year, this field was dedicated to George Brendler. George Brendler is truly the patriarch of Chazy soccer for many, many years, and he started the winning tradition here. And it was a beautiful ceremony for Coach Brendler last year. And Corey Ellis almost just drilled a goal there. Great save by Hume. But going back to Coach Brendler, it was a wonderful tribute, a great ceremony, and I know he was touched by it. And we're playing on George Brendler Field.
Boy, I'll tell you, the goalie for E-Town has done a phenomenal job tonight. Had a couple shots at him at point-blank range and saved them both. Doing just a fantastic job in net for them.
Well, he's faced 26 shots. We've scored 4, and he's made some quality saves. E-Town, Plank gets a yellow card. Chazy will have a direct kick just outside the 18-yard line. And Chazy sets up with Ellis and Ryan, the two potent scorers. Plank is, let me see, we're debating whether it's 14 or 4. It was 14, my mistake. Sam Castine on the camera corrected me on that one. Thank you, Sam. And number 14, Plank, gets the yellow card. They're setting up, waiting for the refs. Clock is stopped with 2 minutes and 9 seconds left. I'm not sure what just happened there. They get a card and they get control of the ball. Stop. What could have happened there?
I'm not really sure what happened. I'm kind of baffled myself on that play. I really don't know, Joey.
Usually when somebody gets a yellow card, the other team gets the ball. He's explaining over to Coach McAuliffe right now. I'm not sure what happened there. Beamer calling for it. Spiegel shields him from the on-Russian Ben Scaglione, who has the only goal for E-Town tonight. Beamer taking his time and sends a nice boot to the center field. Ryan heading it over, trying to get Ellis. Chazy controls the ball with Evan Green, passing the ball up the wing, intercepted by E-Town. Kenny Boyer, he seems to be in a lot of the action tonight, Staub.
Kenny's done a phenomenal job. He's really stepped up. He had a slow start in the beginning of the season, but just like the other years, he just seems to step it up. He's done such a great job for Chazy over the years. He's been very, very solid for us on defense. Great kid, a smart kid. I tell you, he's a great student and a great person to know.
Yeah, Kenny Boyer, he's a senior this year, as well as Jordan and Jacob Spiegel, Casey Trombley. So they're going to lose some players this year, but quality players.
45 seconds left, Joey. What an exciting game this has been.
Staub, it was everything that everybody made it out to be. The fans, look at the fan base here tonight from both sides. Quality play from both teams. It's a shame that somebody had to lose, but Chazy picked it up the second half, and that's been the difference in the game.
Yes, I think it's just experience that came about. I mean, they settled down in the second half and started to find their mark. Nolan Ryan just put in some spectacular goals in the second half. Pure talent there. 12 seconds left. This game is pretty much over. I don't know why they're subbing, but 6 seconds left. We'll say hurrah to Chazy. The fans are going crazy.
Well, that's a nice gesture there. The goalie goes out and shakes Nolan Ryan's hand, and why not? I mean, he stood no chance on those three shots from Nolan Ryan. Well, 2-1 was a penalty kick, but the first two goals that Nolan had were just absolutely incredible. Well, actually, he has 4 goals now, doesn't he?
He has 4 goals.
He had the penalty kick, that's right. So he had 3 incredible goals, and he had the penalty kick. And 4-1. But there is mutual respect from both teams.
You got to remember, Joey, that these guys play summer soccer together, and a lot of times they're playing indoor soccer, and they talk to each other on the internet. They have respect for each other. There's no question about it. One team had to win tonight. Chazy definitely overpowered them. There's no question about it. But you got to give hats off to E-Town. They did a phenomenal job tonight. It was like a playoff game. The intensity was incredible. Both teams, hats off to them. Excellent play.
Well, they're definitely an up-and-coming team. Nothing to be ashamed of. A lot of talent on that E-Town team. They gave Chazy all that they could ask for tonight, and I can guarantee you they can't wait to get him again on the field.
I'm sure it will, and I think their field's a little bit smaller, and that's going to give Chazy a little more of a problem. So it's going to be an exciting game when they meet one more time. But hey, the season's a long way from over. Chazy's got to stay focused. They got some hard teams coming up. Keene's a very good team. I'm not sure what else is on their schedule in the interim, but they got some tough games coming up. They want to stay focused and keep things rolling.
Well, it turned out to be a beautiful night in Chazy tonight with a big game played on the George Brendler Field. Big crowd, playoff atmosphere type game. E-Town just played a very strong game, a very spirited game, and that's the way it was. It was 4-1, Chazy winning the game. The game was called by Joey Trombley and Staub Spiegel and Sam Castine on camera.
That's Joey the choir boy, Chazy.
And
the choir boy Trombley.
And
I gotta remember the nickname there.
George Staub Spiegel, SGS. We called the game tonight, and that's the way it was, as Calvin likes to say it. That's the way it was on Wednesday, September 20th.